I see the red light. I hear the jams. Skybox.
Time to go.
Yes. We are here live with you. We're talking football. We're talking with Coach Sofet. It's week 9 of the season. We're here above Bear Stadium on a windy, sunny, cold front coming into San Antonio. It's definitely fall time. And we have a new camera angle today. We're always evolving our setup, and I'm so happy as always to see you, Coach Sofet. And what's interesting this week is I think for the first time this season, we are on a bye week.
We are.
What does a bye week mean for those people that don't quite know, and how do we spell that? Is it B-Y-E?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's just a bye week. It's there's always one mixed in there somewhere. Ours just happens to be the second to last week of the season. It so happens it falls for us not to play on Halloween. But it's a week to kind of take a break and recover. And, sometimes people have them. Last year ours was week 2, which was different. But this year it's week 10, and, it's just a week to kind of heal back up, get everybody healthy for the last game of the season. And, sometimes you need a little bit of a mental break to get back at it, so that's all we're doing this week. We got together Monday. We got together yesterday. We did some things, kind of work out some soreness and some different things. So it's just really treatment and kind of rest the rest of the week. And then Monday we'll start the routine all over again. We'll get the film from our opponent over the weekend, send it out, everybody kind of watch it. And, we've already diagrammed dissected our last game, and so that's something we don't have to do again. We might touch on a couple things of it, some plays that were successful and different things, but really just watching the other team, see who our opponent, who we're going to play, and what we got to do to get better. And then we'll just go through our normal study hall, go through our Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday prep, and then play next Friday.
Yes. So a couple of thoughts. I guess last weekend you guys were doing a sort of rematch in Centerpoint. You're playing away, you're on the road. And other than a big win for the Eagles over the Giants, we were texting a little bit, and I wanted to know the outcome of the game. And you said something like it was a 10-point differential, was not a win. However, you did say, I think we have it here, 46-37 on the road in Centerpoint. But you did say something very interesting. You said, I think it was our best game of the season. What are some of the things that stood out to you that made you feel that way? I thought it was really cool that you're kind of looking into the overall performance and progress of the team, not just the final numerical outcome.
Yeah, it really goes down to effort and togetherness. The team really sticks together. We have a few guys banged up, and it was time for other guys to step up. And guys really stepped up this week, and that's the impressive part about the whole thing, is that it's really just the next guy up mentality. And they were ready to work this week. Even during the game, we lost some guys, and it was just somebody else's turn to stand up. And that's the part with football. There's injuries, but everybody stayed together. And that was the most important thing. The sideline was standing up right there, supporting them. And, we sat, it was just one of those things that, we kicked the extra point for the first time all year. So there's some things that, and I know it sounds like, oh, well, but you got to look at like progress wise, like we've attempted it and different things. We recovered another onside kick. We did some things that were that kept us in the game. We had a couple that went against us too. Like we didn't recover, but overall, a lot of guys in different positions that were playing. My shout outs really go to guys like Julian Sanchez and Rudy, guys who, just show up every day, and it was their turn. It was their turn to go out and play. John Peoples had a great game too, stepping in and playing. His role's kind of been up and down this year, just how everything falls. We threw Matthias in there this week, and there's some other guys, and they played a lot of reps and they played good. Sometimes you're not like, well, they didn't get like 5 tackles and fumble recovery. Yeah, but they got out there and they did what they were supposed to do, what they were coachable. We were really rotating guys in and out, and, the effort is there, a couple big plays, but nothing, like probably people had seen throughout the year. We continue to get better. I've said the last 4 weeks, I said, this was our best game of the year. And then I come back and I say it again and I say it again. So you can see the growth. I know the wins aren't happening, and that's sometimes what you're measured on. But overall, it's disappointing that we're not getting that win, to see that satisfaction of the work put in. But definitely fighting down to the end. I mean, the last 2 weeks, the game has come to possession under the 2-minute warning in the fourth quarter.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, it's come down to that the past 2 weeks. So, that means you're improving.
Yeah.
It's not like, the clock's not running on you and all those different things. And I know
Right.
that kind of sounds silly, but it's the nature of the business. And, I'm excited for next year. Like I said last week, we're going to miss the seniors who were playing last game. It's their last one on the 7th. And just really making sure that the guys are prepared and we're just ready to go. And the younger guys too, like they're going to get their reps still. Still we got another game. The season's not over, and it's about finishing out strong and not letting to revert back to different things that might have happened during the year. So it's exciting to see different guys step up. And we have some guys banged up, and some of them are seniors, and I really, really hope that they get healthy enough to play their last game, because it's all about them. So
And one of them, I heard a rumor, is a brand new senior, Isaac Vargas. So that's pretty cool.
it is, yeah.
Not that he's banged out, but that's just a cool story that we want to highlight moving forward. So my big joke of the day is not to be engaging in too much information, but I heard a rumor that for senior night, your next home game, your final game of the season, you're going to be playing a team called TMI. Is that so?
It is, yes, sir.
So that's my big joke. Clever. Anyway, where's my laughter? But anyway, so TMI is next week. Describe to us what's going on with senior night. You just mentioned that you kind of foreshadowed this question in terms of how many seniors will you be losing this year to colleges and to life beyond Somerset?
I think it's 7.
Wow, 7. And how many men are on your roster right now?
38.
38. Okay, so wow. Okay, so you're losing 7 seniors. Do you have just a random question, since we're kind of just conversating today and improvising? Do you have any feel for some of the new talent that you'll be bringing on, either from 8th grade or players that aren't playing right now, maybe some people from other schools, and any thoughts on next year's roster? Any indications?
I'd like to stay in the present, and I don't always tell you I try to go 1-0 every
I
week.
see. TMI. It's TMI.
TMI.
Got it.
I will get a little bit into that question. I can tell you it is something positive that's happening, because a lot of around school guys are like, I'm gonna play next year.
Okay.
So there's some of that. Some of the 8th graders coming up are excited to play. Excited to get part of this, and that's what it's about. You just start to build in that community and that culture, and you just got to keep. Yeah, we're just chugging away at this thing, and it's hard. It's hard to come in, but the guys have put in the work the past few weeks. The one thing, I'll talk to Mr. Oliver pretty much after every game, and I told him last week. I said I was really proud of them last week. That was probably the number one thing I walked away with, is that I was really proud of the effort, and there's no quit. And this how I'm appreciative of the boys just continuing to fight and continuing to stay on what our mission is and what we're trying to accomplish. And, the PowerPoints during the week stay the same. The watching the film stays the same, making sure they're on top of their classes stays the same. All that stuff's not going anywhere. So exciting stuff. Roster wise, we can do a recap, and I'll get into the roster a little bit more of next year, but we're focused on TMI. I'm seeing a little bit of their film, and kind of diving into it as coaches, but we'll get the players up to speed this weekend.
Excellent. And so are there any unique things that you're preparing for to close out this in regards to senior night? Are there some activities? I see the I don't know if you call them posters or tapestries or whatever they are, but I see all the seniors being hung around the stadium and kind of homage to them and their career here with you and moving on. What is senior night for you? What does it mean for you? And are there any special activities that we can be looking forward to on the 7th?
So before the game, we're going to start our senior activities around 6:00. So it's going to kind of throw our pregame off just a little bit.
That's good to know.
But the reason about it being at 6:00 is we have seniors. We also honor the cross country seniors. We also are the athletic trainer seniors, and we also the band seniors. So we're doing all of them. I think it's 34 total.
Wow.
So we're going to do all that before the game, their families, parents. We're also going to honor veterans too before the game as well. That's something, because Veterans Day is around that weekend.
I see.
That
Yes, we have a
following
3-day weekend, right? Okay.
And so all that's going to happen pregame.
Okay.
So it's going to throw our pregame routine off just a little bit. But
so that starts at 6 p.m. So is that open to the public as well?
Yes, it is.
So come out early, and we're going to have some special activities and festivities celebrating our seniors and veterans.
It's always a rough day. You know, I'm out there and I'm announcing all their names and stuff. And some of these kids I coached when they were in 6th grade. So it's
emotional.
It is, you know, it's just about, you know, you always like, oh, we got them back next year. We got them back next year. We got them back next year. But now it's like, you know, we don't. And so, you know, it's always cool. Like I said, when the players come back and watch, we've had guys come to the games and different things. So we look forward to the same thing with them to come back and support. But this last game's about them. It's for the seniors. And everybody needs to put their effort into letting them go out on top. You know, we haven't, they talk about the homecoming game and all that stuff, but we haven't won a senior night. So let's go win a senior night. You know, let's go do that. You know, kind of update some other things as the AD update. Volleyball is still in it. Boys volleyball plays tonight,
right?
Against Idea South Florida.
Is that junior varsity?
No, it's varsity.
That is varsity. Okay. And they're in the playoffs, correct?
Correct. Varsity or JV volleyball plays here tomorrow. Then our middle school premier plays Idea Burke, and our high school girl varsity plays away as well, and they play Great Hearts. I don't remember what Great Hearts they play tomorrow. Okay. So we still got all volleyball teams who made the playoffs in the playoffs.
Unbelievable.
Both unfortunately both flag teams lost, so they're out.
Oh wow. Okay.
And then we are hosting the cross country state meet for the charter league this weekend here.
That's right.
I think me and Mr. Oliver are going to go live from podcast for a little while.
Oh really? Okay.
On Saturday. So yep, that's the update. And we have a lot of people running in that too. So it's cool to host an event when the league calls and says, hey, you guys want to host? We're hosting the wrestling state championship. It's really cool when we're able to host and people are able to come and, you know, kind of see what we do, you know. But you know, it's been fun. You know, it's like I said, you never want to see a season where our record is what it is, but you got to look at the growth of the kids, the growth of the program, and all that kind of stuff. Again, the support is still there. Parents, family members still showing up and supporting us, and that's what it's about.
Yes.
We were on the radio last week. The guy was,
yes, I heard that. Made me a little jealous there, Coach.
The guy was fired up, man. I was not ready for how fired up he was, man. It was actually really cool to meet him and us kind of be recognized. And those kind of things. That was cool.
Yeah.
That was cool.
And I'm sure that I'm very sure that some of the lessons and many of the things that you're instilling in these players, they're going to take with them for the rest of their lives, into their careers, into their families, into their communities. So it's a big deal what you do. And I'm just so happy to get to share this time with you and to discuss your program, and really appreciate what you do, Coach, and looking forward to calling the game on Friday night. Senior night, come out early, 6 p.m. You're playing TMI. The game starts at 7.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Principal Oliver and I will be there supporting and calling the game. And I just can't thank you enough. Is there anything else you'd like to shout out? Oh, by the way, just thank you for putting together some of these volleyball podcasts. So next at 2 p.m., we're going to be doing a volleyball update with 3 different team members from junior varsity, middle school, and varsity. I believe that's true.
I think that's what you texted me earlier.
Yes, and we're going to discuss kind of their where their season is at and how they're doing and what they're looking forward to. So coming up next, volleyball podcast update for Somerset Academy Collegiate. Thank you so much, Coach. Anything else you want to add?
Yeah, next week I'll have some extra guests with me for our podcast.
Oh, okay.
But a secret. I'll bring them with me.
It's a secret. Next week's podcast. Keep your eyes peeled for that. I guess we'll leave it on a strong note, Coach. Congratulations on what I consider to be a very successful season. You guys have been growing. You guys have been persevering. You guys have been staying together as a team, and it's admirable to say the least. And I just can't thank you enough for this time that we share. We'll probably do at least one more before baseball season and other things pop up. But volleyball's coming next, guys. Friday, November 7th. Come on out, support senior night, support Bears football. We'll roll the jams, and I hope you have a wonderful day, Coach, and I'll see you all around, but I'll see you especially Friday the 7th.
Yep, at Go Bears. We'll see y'all in a couple weeks.
Go Bears, go Bear Nation.